guys, how's it going? Dex here, and welcome to this. We've got a little bit of a kind of basic jazz comping exercise on the snare drum. So when we're playing jazz, we have this kind of T kind of thing happening. And what we do against that is we do something called comping, which is where we complement the rest of the band. So say you've got someone on the keys and they're going ba 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 ba. As you're doing this pattern here, you can kind of complement them and kind of accentuate what they're playing with. Ba 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 ba. So you do that kind of thing on the kick and the snare. But just today, we're just going to work on that. But the tricky thing is, you've got to keep that coordination pattern going and then do those things against it. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. The tricky thing as well is that you swing it and you bounce it a lot of the time. So I'm going to teach you how to play it straight and how to play it swung. So straight would be where we play it ba 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 ga ba 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 ba. So everything's kind of equally spaced, and then when you swing it, it's it's like triplet based, nice bouncy. So pa 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 poo pa. So straight pa 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 pa. You get the ta 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 ta, nice and straight, and then bouncy ta 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 ta. Got the bouncy ta 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 ta. So the notes in the notation are exactly the same. It's the way that you play it. You add that little bit of swing onto it and add that bounce. But I'll talk a little bit about the triplets and how that works. So anyway, the jazz ride pattern, if you haven't seen it before, again, you can check out the entire basic jazz grooves course, which goes into this in a little bit of detail. But with your right hand, we've got one, and so I'll teach it straight first of all. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and the left foot comes in, if you can get it. Again, you can drop this out of this lesson for now and bring it later, but you're going to put it on 2 and 4. So 1, 2 and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and just tap it away just to give it a backbeat. 1, 2 and 3, 4, and 1, 2 and 3. So that's it straight. Ta ka 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 ka. And then to bounce it, you take the skip notes, so the ones in between the and. So 1, 2 and 3, 4. The ones that I'm saying and on, you move them a little bit later, just before the next beat. So it's 1, 2 and 3. 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2. You see, it's got a little bit more bounce to it. And 1, 2 and 3, 4, ta 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 ta, as opposed to straight ta 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 ta. There is that little difference in there. It's very minute. But anyway, that's the pattern. I'll take out the left foot for now, so we'll just focus on the hands. But then we're going to put a little popular comping exercise here, which is just going to be the left hand playing 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we just need to coordinate those two iffy kind of hand patterns together. So it starts off, and you'll see in the notation of highlighted in blue, the hands together. So the ride and the snare together, and then you're going to do it again together, followed by a ride on its own, and then the next ride, which would be onto beat 3. So you've got together, together, right, right. So just together, there, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Together, together, right, right. So start with that. Da, ta, 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 ta. Just on the rim there so you can hear it clearly. Ta, 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 ta. The ride timbal's quite a washy. So if you go to like a hi-hat or something more aggressive, if you want to hear that you are playing it correctly. Ta, 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 ta. And then the left hand's going to come in. You can see I've highlighted in red there. You've got that last right, and then the left on its own in between. So you've actually got a right, left there. So together, together, right, right, left. So the first two snares are with the right hand. That last one's on its own. Together, together, right, right, left. And then to finish off, we've just got 2 more rights. So all straight. Together, together, right, right, left, right, right. And there's a little bit of a gap after the first beat. So you got 1 and, nothing on the and of 1. So 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and together, gap, together, right, right, left, right, right, together, together, right, right, left, right, right. And then as you speed up, so you see, it's quite a complicated little pattern going on just there. But you can hear the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. If you're struggling to get that kind of speed, that's where we'll look into hand technique. But just focus on the coordination for now, and that will get you by. And then you can either try and get the left foot in there now, or you can put it in later. But then you're going to add your swing to it, so the bounce. So rather than ta 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 ta. You want to follow the kind of structure of ta 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 ta. It's a shuffly, swingy pattern. So rather than 1 and 2 and equally spaced notes, you've got a little gap. It's based on triplets. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and ta 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 ta. You add like a little gap in. So same notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a little bit of a gap between the 1 and the and. 1 and 2 and 3. And it's coming in a little bit like that. So straight, swung. So same notes, just the different kind of way that you kind of play it. So, and then with the left hand in there, the first 2 notes are exactly the same whether you swing it or not. So together, together, but then you've got a little bit of a gap, right, right. So those are going to be close together. So together, together, right, right. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. And then you've got left, right. And so that left is coming in just before then that next right with the swing rhythm. So together, together, right, right, left, right. And then one more right at the end, which comes just before that next first beat. So together, together, right, right, left, right, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and together, together, right, right, left, right, right, together, together, right, right, left, right, right, together. They're trying to count and talk at the same time. Quite very hard to do. Anyway, but that's the pattern that we have there when you put the swing. So together. And that's what it sounds like when you've got that bounce to it. And then if you can get the left foot in there, you're going to have that left foot with that second together. So together, together with the left foot, right, right, left, right. Left foot coming in there on beat 4, and then you're out. So. Tricky little pattern, tricky little pattern. But if you can see, it's just trying to coordinate the hands. Then you start bringing in the feet later on. You can see it becomes quite a tricky style to get into. But if you take it slow and just work on these little components, gradually you're going to build up that skill to be able to play. So anyway, we're going to try that at 2 tempos. We're going to play it at 100 BPM. And then at 200 BPM, which is a massive increase, but gradually you can build up to that. So we'll play together at 100. I'll click you in. We'll play together. You'll be able to hear whether you're getting it right. You may be able to play it 4 times in a row, and then it goes wrong, or you might get it 1 time. And then so it might just not be a case of being able to play it at all. You might be able to play it 1 or 2 times, but can you play it 4 times, 8 times, 16 times? That's gradually where we're going as well. And the more you practice this, the more it goes into your muscle memory, and you won't actually have to think about it too much. So anyway, let's try it at 100 BPM. I will be doing the left foot in there, and I will be bouncing it. Okay, you can practice this straight, but I will be bouncing it. The complete exercise at 100 BPM. We'll do 200 in a moment. So 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. So if you manage to get that, well done. It doesn't sound an overly complicated groove, but if you've given it a go, you can see there's a lot going on there. Then gradually, for you guys that want to come back, again, you might not get this today. If you do, great, go find a tougher exercise. But if this may be something that you come back to, a goal tempo of 200. If you get it to like 150, you've got a very usable place for a lot of jazz music. But to be able to apply this in some of the faster styles of jazz, then 200 BPM it's a chunky tempo, but it's definitely going to happen. So here we go, 200 BPM. Gradually work up to this, then try it with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. there we go. A little bit of a basic jazz comping exercise. Again, basic when you try and get the coordinate. Basic for jazz, okay? Advanced for everything else. But you've got that down. But as soon as you start getting it faster, you'll find it's not just the coordination. A lot of it, especially that kind of ride technique there. You're starting to get into your hand technique and stuff, so definitely be looking into that, working through your rudiments and things, and getting comfortable with all of these different patterns. That's all stuff that's going to help you get it faster. You want to be relaxed at all times. And again, it's a lot of jazz stuff. There's some aggressive jazz out there, but a lot of it is very, very relaxed. So trying to get that nice kind of relaxed touch and feel is critical. So anyway, you guys take care. I hope that's all made sense, and I'll see you soon.